Alright guys, how's it going? It's May 12th today, I do believe. We're actually up at the North Farms heating Durham. And we are plugged. This is not the first time. It's pretty common for me to have issues getting high amounts of product out this cart. We're trying to put down right around that 400 or so pounds of nitrogen. And the cart said no. So I was already working on this a few times. It's windy out here. I do have hammy on. So this is what happens. I've already tried to spread some of this fertilizer around because I plug up my 2-inch lines. Now I already got this one off. Obviously there's wind coming out, so I'm going to jam this sucker back on here. If I can do this with one hand. There it is. And then it starts to come out. That Fert tower. So I plugged 2 towers, this one and another one over there. I know that because the Eggtron system that I have told me so. And that is the reason why, and the only reason why, I put on a blockage monitoring system on my Fert towers. Everyone's like, why don't you do your seed? I probably should do my seed, you know, baby steps. It's pretty expensive to put on. But I always plug my mid-row banders. Mostly because I'm just trying to jam through a lot of product. And I'm maxing out the cart. So those fans back there, they're high cap, 2 high cap fans, and they're as fast as they'll go. 6,000 RPM. Gonna get loud. Obviously, I'm drawing my air from up top, which is I've had previous problems of drawing it down here. And since I have high organic matter up here, it would plug my screens because it would draw down here. It would kick off the tires. So I'm pretty happy that I have that snorkel kit on. Really happy. I plug a lot less. So anyway, I guess I should probably finish. Never go anywhere without your trusty Milwaukee and tool. All right, we got to go find the other one. And the problem, it always happens right here. So I just did a headland. I turned right around right here at that yard. And when I'm using all the fan RPMs and then I lower my all my openers, it drops my fan RPMs by 1,000 RPMs. Now you might not think 1,000 RPM drop is very much, but when you need 6,000 and you drop to 5,000, this is the result. So I'm not used to this. I've been running the Fent for a while, a few years, and I have 2 pumps. This thing has 2 pumps. But with the Fent, I can prioritize my pumps. And I can say I want pump 1 on fan 1 and pump 2 on fan 2. And then when I do that corner and I drop my openers in, my fans don't move 50 RPM. So that doesn't happen. I would still plug my hoses even with the dual fans just due to, you know, maybe I'm trying to put out too much product. But this plug-in is a result of turning around, dropping my openers in. So this thing has 2 blocks of pumps. I believe it's 1, 3, 5 is 1, and then 2, 4, 6 is the other hydraulics. Now, I'm still running a lot of product between my Durham that I'm seeding and my Foss, I'm still maxing out the other fan. It's running around 58, 5900 RPM, so I guess it's like 100 RPMs or so less, but basically you're maxing out both your fans. So the other option is get HP fans. So you can get high performance fans that they put on the 100-foot drills, but they're very, very expensive. I priced them out. They're very expensive. Like we're talking like 15 grand expensive. So I'm like, ooh. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what we've actually been doing up here, I was hoping to do a video with it about it, but I don't know if the timing's gonna work out. We've been floating. We've been floating on some of our mid-row band to try and ease this burden. Now, we didn't float this stuff. We're floating in front of the canola because the canola actually takes more nitrogen. So I'm gonna put 50% out with the floater, and then I'm gonna come back in and seed with 50% out my mid-row banders. So that's my plan. Now, floating it, we're fortunate. Some local guys, and huge thanks to those guys. They're picking it up from the terminal. They're taking it out to the fields. They're doing the whole 9 yards. Like, I'm not touching it. I just tell them the fields, tell them the rate, done deal. So that really helps for me and my workload. And then we're getting it treated. We treat it so that way it doesn't gas off. And then we timed it that we got a bunch of rain on it on top of that. So pretty stoked about that. We're also gonna do some trials of floating right in front of the drill. Treated, not treated, if we have time, but for sure we're not done floating yet. So, because this actually kind of gets old, I'm not gonna lie, this gets old. So obviously, big fertilizer and seed rate. I gotta get behind this wind. Big differences at the north farm from the south farm. We wouldn't go through half the fertilizer at the south farm, but the north farm gets more rain, has more yield potential, so you're just feeding whatever your yield potential is. That's all we're doing. We're not pumping excessive amounts of fertilizer into the ground for no good reason. It's stinking expensive. Why would you want to do that? And we're just fertilizing for what can be attained. Well, it looks like this one might have cleared itself out. That ain't gonna grow nothing. Wow. This number 8, 9 or 10, 9, 8. Yeah. Well, one less job we got. Oh, this one's still plugged. Nothing coming out of this disc. So. No? Must be this one. It's product in the line. I'm just trying to shake it. There it goes. Come on. Okay. Oh, there it goes. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Gonna manually check it here. Yeah, we got wind. Also, I should note, it is 22 degrees today, so it is kind of a nice warm day. But the wind coming out of these openers is actually hot. Now, I'm sure a lot of that is due to ambient temperature. But we also have that air guard kit on, which is the snorkel kit, and that hydraulic block, which is in the mid-row banders. So it's cooling my hydraulic oil as it goes through that cooler, and it's warming up the air just a little bit, or trying to dry it down, whatever it's doing there, but it's definitely warmer. Let's just compare. Well, I guess my oil is cool now, but yep. Noticeable difference. Like, this is actually warm. Like it's not hot, but it is noticeably like shower temperature warm. This fan has the kit. This one does not. Cool. A little warmer than the last one, but definitely not as warm as this one. Let's go into here. Yeah, this is definitely hotter air, 100%. 100%. Which I can only assume has to do with that cooler back there. Now what did I do with my... Did I walk over with my impact? What did I do with my impact? Ah, man, I would lose my own head if it wasn't not stuck to my shoulders. What the heck? Am I losing my mind or what? What the heck did I do with that impact? I'm probably staring right at it. Alright, I will... This is kind of embarrassing. I don't know where the heck I put this thing. I better let you go so I can find this thing. There it is. That was embarrassingly, took me way too long to find. Wow. Alright, let's go seeding. Alright, we're going to do a bit of a loop here. Save my bacon. So before, like the previous years, I would just get out like every couple passes and just check, and then it was just a serious time killer. Alright. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm not used to this whole robbing Peter to pay Paul with oil. It's kind of spoiled there. Okay, there's my fan drop. Oh, I guess I should have shown you guys. It did drop down to, yeah, about 1,000 RPM. It's picking it right back up. Might have dropped more than 1,000 actually. That's what I want to see. Green. And we're not going that fast. Tractor's up set at about 4.5. Drill is doing around 4 to 4.2, depending on the slip. So we're rocking about 58.50 right now. I dropped my rate back because I'm actually kind of getting sick of unplugging stuff. Can't make no time doing that. Sad. Oh, one more swallow in there. You guys see the northern lights last night? Apparently there's been a bunch of solar flares, and it's been causing a lot of GPS havoc. There we go. English is hard. It's my first language. My only language. Barely even got that down. Anyways, there's some pretty beautiful northern lights. And my GPS, I don't know if it's just due to this John Deere or not. I have no idea, but I didn't have any issues. I was going all day, every day. Like I have other issues, mental issues. So we're running right around 59 right now on the fan. So as soon as you hit 6,000 on that fan, it doesn't matter which fan it is, it throws up a high fan alarm. So update, we're just depending if I can sit in the tractor longer than jumping outside. We should be done the Durham up here tonight, and then we're going to move into either spring. We're going to move to Springleaf. Actually, it's not. Oh no! Now what's going on here? Fluctuating. It's the first time it's thrown that alarm up. That could mean different things. Hopefully it doesn't give us any surprises. We're still rocking at about 1650 engine RPM. I actually had the hydraulics hooked up wrong previously, because when I was commenting that I need to have this thing screaming Jimmy, I had both the fans on one hydraulic, which I guess I didn't know how the blocks were separated. But now I do now. I was informed. Tony actually helped me out. Now that big high horsepower John Deere tractor that's coming out, I think that thing has a massive hydraulic pump on it. Like, I think it's like 160 something. It would be awesome. I don't know if it's a twin pump, but it'd be awesome if it was like a tri pump, or even if it is a twin pump, let me prioritize my hydraulics. I would rather my openers go up and down slow, and I did lower the hydraulic flow to the openers to slow them down so I wouldn't rob so much oil. Well, I thought we had one plug. Like, I guess I could keep lowering the flow. I could lower it to 50%, and then they would just go down super low. It's still going to drop your RPMs because it's on the same block. It has to. That is not going to be fun to get through. That's some swaths. Didn't get picked up very good with the pickup. That is going to be a lot of pluggles right there. That's pluggles, guaranteed. Alright guys, I've bored you long enough. Everybody is seeding back home at the South Farm right now. Donovan's cracking down on the other drill. As you already know, Brian and Rick has joined Terry and Wyatt, and those 4 drills are going on one side of the farm, and Donovan is trying to finish up my stuff on the other side of the farm. And then he's got a long move. I left that for him. Not as long as move as coming to the North Farm, but still a pretty long move. Okay. I think we're done. Alright, I'll catch you guys on the flipper. Adios, amigos. Oh, that's wet. I'm back, I know, that's wet. Don't think the tires will pull me through as good as the 2-track when I was pointed straight. Unless you got water in your track, and then you're not going anywhere because it's friction drive, but woo! Almost got stuck, boys. See, there's still some water trickling right through there. Oh, maybe you can't see the water in there. Literally just seeding mud. I got in there with one pass. This is a big water run in here. And I don't know how I'm going to get that little spiffle. Yeah. We're probably going to try, though. Though, in saying the whole what can pull through mud better, This thing, since it articulates, I can normally waddle my way out, and I have twice. 2-track, you can't do that. Once you kind of start spinning and you try and turn, you're done. You got to keep her pointed straight, and hopefully you got enough traction and weight to pull you out. Otherwise, you're cooked. This thing you can normally get yourself out of a bad situation. But you know what? I shouldn't have said anything, because we're literally going into water, and we don't have this seated yet, so I'm just going to shut up. It's a water run. It's a wide one. It goes all the way out over there. That's what I'm worried about. That is what I'm worried about. Oh man. Oh man. I don't know. I don't know, Mike. I don't know if you should go through there. Oh man. We are locked up. We got our diffs on. Okay, so we're just gonna cross over here. Come on. Oh, come on. Oh man. Okay, we're gonna miss a little bit. It just is what it is. I obviously can't pull in that mud down there, so we're just floating the drill, trying to make it as light as possible. Okay, there's a bit of a high ground right here, except for when we get up to there. There's water right there, so this is definitely wet in here. We are 20% slip. 24% slip, 30% slip. Okay, start turning. See, I can do this. It gives me this option to try crap my way out of here. Oh, lift up, lift up, lift up. Come on, come on. Oh my goodness. All right. Come on, put her back down here. Woof. Try this again. We're 25% slip. Just trying to get this seated. Come on. Come on. 24% slip. That's why I got pull out of there. Come on. Come on. Alright, good enough. Good enough. It is what it is. Good enough. Okay, we're just going to cross here. We did it. See, when you're in the 2-track, there's nothing to this. You just got to point her straight. If you have to turn, you better start praying. Oh, man. So they both have their pros and cons. But we're getting the heck of it. And we don't have a lot of weight on board. I was smart. I was trying to... Oh, come on. Trying to get my weight off before I came to this stuff. Okay. All right. I'll let you go.